we're definitely shocking this in, getting this down. Now I can use these to destroy 3 of their lands. But it's also tapping 2 of my creatures. I think I'm fine with that. Alright, so... Are we just going to try to get rid of all their white mana? Like, we should try to get rid of... They're going to hate us. They're going to absolutely hate us. We just have to make sure we live, though, right? I'll take a cultivate. I need some life gain. I really do. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're playing a super spicy deck. This is a double land destruction deck. That's right, I said it, folks. Double vision plus land destruction. I'm going evil today, and our opponents are going to feel the wrath. I'll assure you that. So the idea for this came because I was just in my whole little double vision phase, right? I was like, oh, double this, double that, double crisscross, whatever the song goes. So I wanted to double everything, and I got to looking at Rubble Reading. I don't know how, maybe I was scrolling through this stuff, but these are just some common cards that you don't look at very often, right? And I was like, ooh, destroy target land. Ooh, but what if I doubled that and I destroyed 2 target lands? Or even better, what if we doubled Casualties of War, destroyed 2 lands, 2 creatures, 2 artifacts, enchantments, planeswalkers? Like, how mad are people when you cast 1 casualties, right? Much less doubling it up. So that's kind of the whole idea here. Aside from Rubble Reading, we do have Tectonic Rift, and there's a few other ones. I think Demolish is another land destruction one that you can go. And then aside from that, we have Assassin's Trophy to help us remove our opponent's stuff. We have Wishclaw Talisman to help us reach into our deck, find our double vision or find our casualties, right, and then pull it back to our hand. Now the cool thing with Wishclaw is a lot of people are like, oh, well, Wishclaw, you're giving it to your opponent. If they're a control player, they're going to come back and get your ass, and that's true. But if your opponent doesn't happen to use Wishclaw and you happen to have a casualties, you can just destroy it, right? You give it to them, then you destroy it before they even get a chance. So that's really nice. And even if they do go find a card, you're going and you're finding, you know, double vision, Casualties of War, these things that remove lots of stuff at once, right? Or you're going and finding, you know, a Nissa or a Ravager Wurm or a repeated reverberation, which is really, really good. Sorry, something just happened and stabbed me in the eye. Anyways, Grim Tutor is another great way for you to reach in and find your casualties, or maybe even your Bedeck, right? Bedeck is a 6 mana card. Destroy target non-basic land. Bedazzle deals 2 damage. Sorry, not Bedeck, Bedazzle deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. So again, you're essentially just copying all of these land destruction spells and trying to make your opponent either quit out of anger, which happens a lot, or quit because they don't have the resources to keep up with you, right? You have a Nissa, you have Cultivate, you have Paradise Druids, Arboreal Grazers. You're going to be ramping up very hard. And you say, Chance, what's the win con outside of just making your opponent quit? Well, you do have a Nissa, right? You have a Ravager Wurm, which gets very big, right? And you have a repeated reverberation, which can really help your Nissa out. You have Finale of Promise, which allows you to go into your graveyard and actually pull back these land destruction decks. So in all reality, you're going to be keeping your opponent's lands down to, like, in the games that go slow, you're going to be keeping them down to, like, probably around 3 to 4, right? Which means if it's an aggro deck, yeah, you might have a little bit of trouble, but you have the double vision, which means you can double proc, you know, Assassin's Trophy or something like that and just destroy their creatures. Also, you have the Ravager Wurm to sort of hold the line. You have the Arboreal Grazer to hold the line. So, you know, you have an answer there. And for the slower decks, well, being at 4 mana is kind of hard. That means you never get to cast your Nissa if you're the opponent. You never get to cast your own casualties, right? So super fun. And now we'll run through the actual deck breakdown real quick. 4 copies of Arboreal Grazer to help us ramp. 4 copies of Paradise Road to help us ramp. Wishclaw we went through. Assassin's Trophy. Yes, it's great at destroying opponents' lands. It's also great at destroying their creatures, planeswalkers, artifacts, enchantments, whatever. Literally any permanent. Finale of Promise, you may cast up to 1 target instant and or sorcery card from your graveyard. Each converted mana cost X or less without paying their mana cost. If a spell cast this way would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. If 10 or more is spent to cast this, copy each of those spells twice. So obviously if you can get up to that 10 or more, then you're copying Tectonic Rift and your Rubble Reading twice, right? And then also maybe Assassin's Trophy. So you're really scooping out your opponent's lands. Grim Tutor went through, cultivated some awesome ramp. Rubble Reading, again, destroy target land, scry 2. Awesome effect, allows you to set yourself up a little bit more, find the other destroy land cards you have, all that good stuff. Tectonic Rift, you know, going back and looking at it, I actually kind of like Demolish better than this card, but this is just the card that we happen to be playing, so whatever. Destroy target land creatures without flying, can't block this turn, so whatever. I guess if you're going to swing in with your Ravager Wurm or all your Nissa lands, it's okay. Repeated Reverberation, again, being able to double cast these spells or being able to double proc a Nissa thing where you get 2 lands untapped, right? It can pretty much pay for itself. Double Vision's really awesome, really good, and kind of the main focal point of this deck. Nissa gonna allow us to ramp. Bedeck's great. Casualties of War, as I said, double visioning this. It's almost a guaranteed instant scoop, right? And then of course we have Ravager Wurm, which is more land destruction if they have an activated ability, such as the castles, right? A lot of the castles have, actually all the castles have activated abilities. So all in all, a very fun deck. Not for your opponent obviously, but for people that love just sort of controlling the game, shutting down your opponent and saying ah ha 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 in that evil villain tone. This is for you. This is absolutely for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the matches and show you what this spicy ass combo is all about. Stuff. Rage Incarnate. I actually don't like this hand. Like, I do because it has what I want with the double vision and all that, but we're relying on the land draws. Do I want to rely on land draws? I mean, I've relied on worse things in the past, right? Surely. This actually doesn't really like do anything for us because this still comes in tapped. You know, doesn't do anything immediately for us, I guess I should say. Yes, I see. This is interesting. Just don't be a death touch deck, please and thank you. It's a life gain deck. Ooh, more land. This can enter tapped, yeah. They've only played basics so far. We'll have to wait. I don't want to use Assassin's Trophy to destroy basics until I can at least get double vision to hopefully really kill down on the number of basics, but since they're just 2-color deck, it might be a little difficult. We're getting there though, we just need 1 more to land. Do I go for the Nissa or the double vision first? That's interesting. We just got through playing a kitty cat deck and I couldn't hit Charm Strays like that to save my life. Alright, well, they're whittling us down with the vampire, but I'm not too upset about it. Another land? It's not untapped land, but oh man, this is so risky. All right, so we go for the double vision, then we start destroying their lands, and then we start destroying their creatures. But then that restocks their lands, doesn't it? Huh? Interesting. Banishing Light. You're a whole motherfucker. Leave my Grazer alone. He's just a silly little sloth. Come up and Banishing Light my Grazer. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Alright, so we're going down to 11. Still not dead yet, you know? That's all that really matters with this deck. Now, there is a decent little point to be made for throwing down the Nissa, untapping the Overgrown, then we'll have Assassin's Trophy at instant speed. Yeah. 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 Hey, yeah. Now we also have a defender, so maybe, you know, maybe this is good. Maybe this is for the best. We still won't be able to get down both double visions in one turn, though, huh? Unless we just happen to draw into another stomping ground, maybe? Let's see, red, untap, red, that's 2, and then 2 there. I'll be gaining 4, 4, 8. No, 2, 2 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. Oh, no, we'd have 11. So yeah, we'd have enough to get down both double visions. Wow. It's interesting. Gideon Blackblade. Ooh, thank goodness it can't attack this turn. Give it indestructible. Yeah. It's a little odd, but sure. Oh, casualties. I can go ahead and get down double vision here. So plussing that up's not gonna do me anything. If I do plus that up, I'll have 4, which means I could cast Rubble Reading, but both my lands would be tapped. So I could swing, destroy Vampire, and Gideon, right? They're gonna gain a little bit of lands from this, but that's okay. And by a little bit, I mean a decent little bit. We're about to have 2 double visions down, so that will fuel our casualties, fuel our Rubble Reading, right? It'll be good. It'll be okay. We do need some more land, though, if we're going to keep making our lands into creatures like this, right? Hey, Magic Hamster, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I wish I had an automated emote thing, but in all reality, I only have 1 emote, so that's the department I'm kind of lacking in. Are they going to send the Charmed Strays at my Nissa? No. Interesting. Alright, well, we're definitely shocking this in, getting this down. Now, I can use these to destroy 3 of their lands. But it's also tapping 2 of my creatures. I think I'm fine with that. Alright, so are we just gonna try to get rid of all their white mana? Like, we should try to get rid of they're gonna hate us. They're gonna absolutely hate us. We just have to make sure we live, though, right? I'll take a cultivate. I need some life gain. I really do. Alright. So how many lands did we destroy there? Just 2? Did I select the same land? Oh, Chance. Emotes are overrated anyways. Thanks for the quality content. What I do. Hey, thank you for what you do. About being a supporter. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think some people overrate emotes, you know. But I think there's a certain niceness to them, you know. Oh, whoa, Nelly. We are not destroying target planeswalker. Creature, enchantment, land. Creature, enchantment, land. Creature, submit 0, land. Ah, damn it, I did it again. I selected the same land. Motherfucker. Well, still, they're down to 3 lands, so, like, yeah. Alright, we got them in the end. That's all that matters. Potatoes. I'm a big fan of potatoes myself, so hopefully we'll have a good match here. Sorry. I know y'all can hear the clicking. I just get so obsessed. I'm going to keep this, by the way. We have the Wishclaw, Casualties, Nissa. So with Wishclaw, we could, like, go grab... Maybe just Cultivate, honestly. We'll see. Tectonic Rift. There's our lands. Senate Guildmage. What's with everybody playing Senate Guildmage today? Did I miss the memo? So are we grabbing a Cultivate? I think so. Like, I know there's a lot of other stuff we can grab, but this will put us in a great position, right? And then we get it right back so we can draw something else, but we also have Casualties in order to, you know, take it out. By the way, that's another good point. If you use Wishclaw late at game when you have Casualties, you can actually take out your Wishclaw after using it. You know what I mean? Like, play it, don't use it. Next turn, use Casualties. You know, use the Wishclaw before, give it to them, then destroy your own Wishclaw, so they don't even get to use it. It's an interesting thing to think about. Now, unfortunately, this makes the thing come down tapped, so we can't play this plus Paradise Druid, but if I play this, it guarantees me Casualties next turn. If I play Paradise, it doesn't, so we need 2 black, 2 green. We will have that with this and that, and I need 2 red for double vision, so let's get that down and hold this in hand, and good to go. Opponent's playing a Dovin deck. That's interesting. I'm wondering when they're going to use the Wishclaw and to get what, you know? Not many people give you an opportunity to just go searching through your deck to find whatever you want. So I feel like that's a pretty big here you go, so to speak. Now we could go ahead and go for Casualties. Take out Gideon, take out Wishclaw given they haven't used it, take out Dovin, and take out a land. That's pretty good. Or we go for Nissa. Tap the Temple and the Lady. We have 2 there. Untap that. We have 4. Can't really do anything with that. Could go for a Tectonic Rift. Don't really like that. I think we do just go for the Casualties. Planeswalker, land, creature. Yeah, let's take out the Wishclaw. They won't get a chance to use it. I guess we could have also taken out one of their Thopters, but whoops. That's fine. Basically, we got what we wanted out of it. An expensive ass Cultivate, right? Zerconium. I am having a good day. I'm having a pretty good day. So far the decks today they've been hitting. They've been smacking people around a little bit here and there. Sentinel's Eyes on a Senate Guild Mage. Ooh. Scary, scary. Why not swing in with the Thopters as well though, I guess, is my question for you. Good Sir Potatoes or Madam Potatoes. Not gonna sit here and lie. Damn it, Auto Tapper. Why would I want to leave my Temple of Milady up? Why would I? You just make no sense. You make downright no sense. It's just inefficient if we don't do this. Alright. So, leave it alone. Leave my Nissa alone. Ah, they didn't even use their Senate Guild Mage. They had the mana. They could have drawn and discard. Potatoes. What are you doing? Staggering Insight. That in itself deserves a nice. Don't go for my Nissa. Don't go breaking my heart. Bum 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 bum. Come on, potatoes. Before I gotta make your ass into some french fries. What? Alright, so we're gonna go no blocks here actually. Nissa gets to live. We still have another Nissa in hand. Like, why sacrifice my great defense that I have here with everything? Another casualties. They're about to be so mad. We're getting close to the point where I can Finale of Promise and go grab a casualties, right? So not Planeswalker. We will destroy a land. Do they have an enchantment? They do. We'll destroy an enchantment. We'll destroy a creature. We'll destroy artifact. Done. Artifact. Creature. I guess we didn't need to destroy the enchantment, right? We can destroy that either which way though. Just for the fun of it. And land. If they're going to be playing a split color deck, let's take that option out, right? Also play a Tectonic Rift. Let's go next to combat, swing in. This will take them down to 2 land. Potatoes, they've seen enough. Okara or Okara? Not quite sure. Yeah, I mean, seems good enough. We have the Grazer into Cultivate, Wombo Combo, Rampage. In case you don't understand what that is, that basically means we have a turn 2 Cultivate, so. I'm a big fan. And we don't even have to shock to get it in, like shock a land to get it in now. Beautiful, beautiful. No. Who plays Easy Prey? What are you doing? Alright, so we have all the black mana, all the red mana, and we have lots of green mana, so yeah, let's just stock up on green mana then, I guess. Ravager Wurm is what, 6? We're at 4? Come on, give me a Grazer. Boot Nipper. I'm loving this person's deck so far. Another Cultivate? Hell, don't mind if I do. Although I can also Tectonic Rift and kick their asses back to 1 mana. I'd rather Cultivate. Let's just grab all these basics, am I right? Don't ask me why I grab red and black mana. I know I need more green mana, but whatever. Don't judge me. That does put us up to 6, 7 mana actually. That's scary. Scary, scary. Now, if I play my Ravager Wurm and you fucking destroy it as soon as it enters the battlefield, I'm gonna be a little bit mad. Eat it. Chomp it up. We have so much land. It's funny we're playing a land destruction deck that ramps into so much land. It's like we're taunting the opponent. Murder. What? Should have destroyed their fucking lands first, huh? Alright, go Paradise Druid. I refuse to play my stuff over here, but I probably should, right? We're a land destruction deck at heart. Who am I kidding? Get it out of here. Out of here. I don't think we're going to need Assassin's Trophy at instant speed. They only have 2 mana. What could they possibly put down that's so scary? What? Yeah, I'm at 11 health, and I have plenty of land. Plenty of land. By the way, speaking of land... Oh, no, 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 no. Non-basic land. Right. They only have basics. It's a little bit of a yikes. They're just looking for lands. I got some bad news for you, buddy. It's not coming anytime soon. Assassin's Trophy, I don't want that. Probably could have even bottomed the Assassin's Trophy given we have this one, but you know, whatever. We could make them cycle through their lands, although I'm assuming it's a monocolored deck, so they may not even have that many, like, special lands. That's fun. Show me a non-basic, you motherfucker. Target opponent or Planeswalker. Or we can -3/-3 on the Grim Dancer. Since they're probably not playing non-basics, I feel fine doing that. We're landlords. How many do we have? 4, 8, 10? It's not bad. Oh, call it Death Dweller. You slut. How many lands have we gotten rid of? 2? They've seen 5, so still not quite enough. I'm holding off on the Assassin's Trophy. Oh, that's really good. We're 3-0. Alrighty, you made it all through the matches. First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you. If you enjoyed, be sure to smash that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell that comes out afterwards, and leave a comment if you have any suggestions of this video, future videos, past videos. Furthermore, if you want to see us play these decks live, hop over to twitch.tv/DrSpilligan, toss a follow, and then as always, there's the Discord down in the description of every video. Now, hopping into this deck tech wrap up, right? There's some interesting things you can choose to go with this deck. Now, first and foremost, I would like to say here's Demolish, for those of you wondering what it was in the beginning. 4 mana sorcery, destroy target artifact or land. So it does give you that little added benefit of, hey, if I don't want to destroy a land, or if I really need to destroy an artifact, I can, right? Now, outside of this, you also have Field of Ruin, which is some more land destruction to a degree. Destroy target non-basic land and opponent control. Each player searches the library for a basic land card, puts it onto the battlefield, then shuffles to your library. Now, obviously, this deck is going to have a little bit of problems against people that have basic lands, as all of the land destruction that we have outside of the Tectonics and Rubble and Demolish is non-basic, right? So Ravager is some kind of activated, Bedeck is non-basic. Assassin's Trophy, they get to go grab a basic, so if you're destroying a basic for them to grab a basic, it's just kind of wasted, you know? No rhyme intended there. But there are some other things you can do, such as milling your opponent, right? If you mill your opponent, get rid of the lands that are in their deck, and then destroy the ones that they have on the battlefield, well, what are they going to do, right? So the idea there was Thieves Guild Enforcer, Robber of the Rich. You know, you go for this whole little rogue tribal, which coincidentally enough, you have Rankle to also make them discard. And a lot of the times your opponent, well, they're going to be more likely to discard a land than one of their spicy spells they want to cast. Thing is, with this deck, you're going to be destroying their lands, so they never get enough mana to cast those spicy spells, so to speak, right? And again, Rankle is a rogue, which goes well with the Thieves Guild Enforcer and making your opponent mill themselves, right? Or, you know, mill their lands, and then from there you sort of do what you got to do. Robber of the Rich, again, you're taking a card off the top of your opponent's library, which could be a land again, and you're also proccing those Thieves Guild Enforcer. So I think a rogue land destruction deck might be pretty solid, honestly. Land destruction / land hate, I should say, because again, if you're making them mill, it's not land destruction so much as just getting rid of the lands. Next up, we have the Binding of Titans. Again, each player mills 3 cards, so you're getting rid of 3 cards from the top of your opponent's library. Exile up to 2 cards from graveyards, so you can exile your opponent's heroes or cats or whatever they happen to have over there. You get to gain 1 life for each creature card exiled this way, so again, keep that in mind. And then you get to return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand, so if you happen to have a Ravager Wurm that went over there, sure, bring it back. Or another Greatsword Paradise Druid to just sort of block you out, right? Shovel, the nice thing is it's uncommon, also rotation proof, right? Shovel, another rogue, and another reason why that Jund rogue land hate deck might be a real thing. So Death Touch at the beginning of upkeep. If your opponent controls no permanents with bounty counters on them, put a bounty counter on target creature or planeswalker. Now, this doesn't work on lands, obviously, unless your opponent's playing Nissa, and then I guess it kind of works. But it's nice because it's going to allow you to gain 3 life, draw a card, and you already have so much removal in this deck with the Assassin's Trophy, with the Casualties deck, right? It's going to be pretty easy to remove planeswalkers or creatures of whatever type, not to mention the fact that Shovel has Death Touch, so it's just all the better, right? Mind Rot, again, if you make your opponent discard 2 cards, I would be very, very surprised if they didn't discard at least 1 land. So again, you're making them discard lands without truly, telling them what's going on yet. Clothius, however you want to say your name, 4/5 indestructible, going to allow you to exile cards from your opponent's library, as well as keep you healthy or ramp you up if that's what you need. So all in all, solid card, and it's rotation proof. Liliana goes back to that hand hate sort of method where you're making your opponent discard cards. Again, they'll probably discard the lands first, and then you can go in and destroy the ones that they don't, end up playing down. So, or did end up playing down. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Crazy people. Demolish, we talked about. Garuda is interesting. It's mostly in here because I was like, what's just a different way people could play this deck? So, I was going so hard into the rogue land hate, so I was like, oh, this is really good. You can kind of go for a Garuda. I mean, you do have some even ones with Ravager Wurm, right? So you can pop out the Ravager Wurm. Aside from that, it's just the big old 6/6 that also makes your opponent mill 4 cards, right? So more millage of your opponent while getting down something you really care about. It's there. I don't think it's the best strategy, but for those of you that are like, Garuda is the best, here you go. And then, of course, Field of Ruin we had already talked about. So that is going to do it for the deck tech wrap up. I hope you all enjoyed this deck. I know I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed playing it, and it was a blast seeing people just sort of scoop out in anger. Anyways, as always, I'll see y'all either later tonight or tomorrow. Peace out.